Good morning, ma'am. My name is Mark Allen Emante, and I'm gonna discuss the lea2 comparative models and policing. The comparative police system, or the CPS, science and art of inventing and comparing police system of nations. CPS studies the degree of likeness and unlikeness of two policing models. Basically, it is the comparison of two different policing models. Theories of comparative policing. First is alertness to crime theory, economic or migration theory, opportunity theory, demographic theory, and fifth is the deprivation theory. Sixth is modernization theory, and seven is theory of anomy. The types of police system. The first is common law system, civil law system, socialist system, Islamic system. The globalization, it refers to the rapid of Western culture that ultimately affects other culture in the world as brought by intellectual and technological advances, in which some crimes occurring in other countries are attributed. In transnational crimes, the crimes that have actual effect across national borders, and crimes which are intrastate but which offend fundamental values of international community. These are crimes that committed outside the law. Thus, an offense is transnational in nature if it is committed in more than one state. It is committed in one state, but the substantial part of its preparation, planning, direction, or controlling takes place in another state. It is committed in one state but involves an organized criminal group engaged in criminal activities in more than one state. 4 is it is committed in one state but has substantial effect in another state. The study of the different policing models around the world. First is United States of America, Japan, and other countries. The United States. The law enforcement in the United States is one of the three major components of criminal justice system of America, along with courts and correction. The policing in the United States is conducted by numerous types of agencies at many different levels. The federal level, the federal police possesses a full federal authority as given to them under the United States Code. The federal law enforcement officers are authorized to enforce various laws at the federal level. The federal police. The Department of Justice, or the DOJ, is responsible for most law enforcement duties at federal level. It includes the Federal Bureau of Investigation, or FBI, the Drug Enforcement Administration, or DEA, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Explosive, or ATF, the United States Marshal Service, and the Federal Bureau of Prison, or BOP. The Federal Police, the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, is another branch with numerous federal laws. Enforcement agencies reporting to it, or U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, or the United States Secret Service, or the USSS, the United States Coast Guard, or USCG, Homeland and Security Investigation, or HSI, and the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA, are some of the agencies that reported to DHS. The state police. Most states operates statewide government agencies that provided law enforcement duties, including the investigation and state patrols. They may be called state police or state patrol, are normally part of the State Department of Public Safety, the county police, also known as parishes and borough country. Law enforcement is provided by sheriff's department or office in the county police. The municipal police or range from one officer agencies to 1,000 men and are sometimes still called the town marshal. Most municipal agencies take the form municipality name or police department. Now the metropolitan police have jurisdiction covering multiple communication and municipalities, often over a wide area, typically coterminous with one or more cities or counties. The specialist police. These agencies can be transit police, campus police, airport police, or park police, or police departments responsible for protecting government property, such as the Los Angeles General Service Police. And now we're in Japan. The National Police Organization in Japan is the National Public Safety Commission or NPSC. The National Police Agency or NPA undertakes the planning of police policies and system, control of police operations, on national safety issues, and coordination of police administration, while actual police duties are executed by prefectural police organization. And this is the organizational structure of the Japan. And the National Public Safety Commission or NPS is an administrative board that exercises administrative supervision over the NPA. The composed of a chairman and 5 members appointed by the Prime Minister to have 5-year term. Right in here in the organizational structure in Japan. And the commission appoints the Commissioner General of the NPA and senior official of prefectural police organization. The NPA is headed by the Commissioner General, who is appointed by the National Public Safety Commission with the approval of the Prime Minister. The Commissioners General administrative the agency's operations and supervised and controls prefectural police organization. NPA duties includes planning, research on police system, the national police budget, or the police communication, training, equipment, forensics, and criminal statistic. And in that Japan, they have Imperial Guards. The Imperial Guards headquarters provide escort for the Imperial family and is responsible for the security of the Imperial Palace. And the National Research Institute of Police Science. The National Research Institute of Police Science conducts a broad range of analysis, identification, and research work that requires specialized knowledge and skills in biology, medicine, and other disciplines. And this is the National Police Academy of the Japan. The National Police Academy holds training courses for senior police officers. And the internal bureaus or the central office includes the secretariat with division for general operation, planning, information, and finance management, and procurement and distribution of police equipment, and the 5 bureaus, and the administration bureau concerned with police personnel, education, welfare, training, and unit inspection. Criminal Investigation Bureau is in charge of research, statistic, and the investigation of nationality, important and international cases. Traffic Bureau The licensed drivers enforces the traffic safety laws and regulates traffic. The Security Bureau, responsible for security intelligence on foreign and radical political and including investigation on violence of the alien registration law. The Communication Bureau supervises the police communication system. The local police organization or the Prefectural Public Safety Commission and the Prefectural Police Headquarters constitute the local police organization. Each of the 47 prefecture of Japan has one Prefectural Public Safety Commission and one Prefectural Police Headquarters. The Prefectural Police Headquarters for Tokyo is called the Metropolitan Police Department and is the largest such prefectural headquarters in Japan. And this is the Koban or the police box. This is where the police stays. Here. This is their headquarters. The Chuzausu or Residential Police Box. Then the comparison of different police forces. Comparison of different policing models around the world. And the countries Philippines, China, Japan, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And their name of agency is PNP or Police National Police, and China is People's Armed Police, and Japan is NPA or the National Police Agency, and Hong Kong is Hong Kong Police Force, and Singapore is Singapore Police Force. And where in the highest rank in the Philippines is Police General, and where China is in Commissioner of Police, and Japan is Commissioner General, and Hong Kong is Commissioner of Police, and in Singapore is Commissioner of Police. And the lowest rank is Patrolman, and China is Police Constable or in second class, or in Japan is Police Officer, and Hong Kong is Constable, and Singapore is Police Constable. Here are the comparison of different policies in different nations. Here is in Indonesia, in Taiwan, Thailand, Malaysia, and South Korea. And their name of agencies are Indonesian National Police Force, National Police Agencies, Royal Thai Police, or Royal Malaysian Police, and Korean National Police. Nandyan na. And now we're in the United Nations. The United Nations or the UN is an intergovernmental organization to promote international cooperation. The headquarters of the United Nations is in Manhattan, New York City, with 193 members. The UN structure, the United Nations system is based on 5 principal organs: the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Economic and Social Council, and the Secretariat, and the International Court of Justice. And these are the 6 languages used in the United Nations. The 6 official language of the United Nations used in intergovernmental meetings and documents. They are Chinese, Arabic, Russian, Spanish, French, and English. And the Secretary General of the UN is the most prominent officer. Is the Secretary General also acts as the Chief Administrative Office. His name is Antonio Gutierrez. And this is the General Assembly Hall of the United Nations. General Assembly. decides on the admission of the new members following proposal by the UNSC, or it adopts the budget and elects the non-permanent members of the UNSC, or all members of ECOSOC, or the United Nations Secretary General following his or her personal by the UNSC, and the 15th judge of the International Court of Justice, or ICJ, is each country has one vote. And now we're at the Secretariat of the UN. The Secretariat supports the other United Nations bodies administratively. For an example, in the organization of conference, the writing of reports and studies and preparation of the budget. Each chairperson, the United Nations Secretary General, is elected by General Assembly for a 5-year mandate and is the UN's foremost representative. And the International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice decides the dispute between states that recognize its jurisdiction, issues legal opinions, renders judgment by relative majority. Its 15 judges are elected by the United General Assembly for 9-year term. And the Security Council. The Security Council is responsible for the maintenance of international peace and security. May adopt compulsory resolution, or 15 members, 5 permanent members with veto power, and 10 elected members, whereas in US, UK, United Kingdoms, France, Russia, and China. And the Economic and Social Council, responsible for cooperation between states as regards economic and social matters. Coordinates cooperation between the UN's numerous specialized agencies, has 54 members elected by the General Assembly to serve staggered 3-year mandates. And the International Criminal Police Organization, or the Interpol. The Interpol, or the ICPO, or International Criminal Police Organization, the world's largest international police organization with 195 members of countries. And the language that are used in the Interpol, or the International Criminal Police Organization, is Spanish, Arabic, French, and English. And these are the official language of the Interpol used in intergovernmental meetings and documents they are. In the structure of governance, the General Assembly and Executive Committee form the organization's governance. The General Assembly, or Interpol, is supreme governing body and composing delegates appointed by each member's country. It meets annually to take all important decisions related to policy, resources, working methods, and finance and activities and programs. The Executive Committee, elected by the General Assembly, it is headed by the President of the organization. It provides guidance and directions to the organization and oversees the implementation of decisions made at the annual General Assembly. The General Secretariat, located in Lyon, France, it operates 24 hours a day and 365 days a year, and is run by the Secretary General. The Secretariat has 7 regional offices across the world, along with the special representative at the United Nations in New York, and at the European Union and the Brussels. The National Central Bureaus, or NCBs. Each member's country maintains a national central bureau linking national police with its global net network staffed by highly trained national law enforcement officers, or the NCBs, are the lifeblood of Interpol, contributing to its criminal databases and cooperating together on cross-borders investigations, operations, and arrests. And these are the six Interpol NCBs and this is the red notice, is to seek the location and arrest of wanted persons with a view to extradition or similar lawful action. This is an example of a red notice. His name is Ramadan Taher, wanted by the judicial authorities of Sweden. And this is his full information. It has even his date of birth, his nationality, his height, colors of his hair and eyes, and the yellow notice to help locate missing persons, often minors, or to help identify persons who are unable to identify themselves. And this is an example of a yellow notice where Aguilar Perez Natalie is missing, and this is his full identification. His name is Aguilar Perez. First name is Natalie Isabel, and this is his full information if he was lost or forgets himself. And the blue notice is to collect additional information about a person's identity, location, or activities in a relation to a crime. And the black notice is to seek information on unidentified bodies. This is where if they found a dead bodies or they can identify it, they can black notice it. And wherein the green notice is to provide warnings and intelligence and about a person who have committed criminal offense and are likely to repeat these crimes in another countries. This is the persons where you have been green notice, or this person has committed a crime and will commit again. This is the green notice. And wherein orange notice is to warn of an event of a person's an object or a process representing a serious and imminent threat to the public safety. This in orange notice, this is where we avoid this person because he may harm us or threaten us badly. And purple notice is to seek or provide information on modus operandi, object, devices, and concealment method used by criminals. These criminals are hard to see because they use device and concealment methods wherein issued for groups and individuals who are the targets of the UN, targets or wanted person of the UN Secretary Council sanction. And this is a special notice where we can find his information, name and picture, and all of his informations are in here. And the members of countries is Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Laos, Vietnam, Brunei, and Cambodia. And the objective of this is to enhance the police professionalism so that they can professionalize their police and forge stronger regional cooperation in policing to make a strong band against nations so that they can interrogate or arrest the the suspect or the criminals, and promote the lasting friendship among police officers of members of the country. In the ASEAN Pol Conference, the conference shall be held annually on a rational basis amongst members, member country, member of the countries, or the conference will be attended by the chief of police. This is the ASEAN Pol, and this is their logos. Together we keep this region safe. And this is the logos of the agencies of different countries. There were in Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. And the Secretariat ensures the effective implementation of all resolutions adopted at the ASEAN Pol Conference, serve as a coordination and communication mechanism to allow members to establish and to maintain all channels of interaction among members. Wherein the executive director of the Secretariat shall be appointed by the ASEAN Pol Conference upon nomination on a rational basis in alphabetical order for a term of 2 years. The executive director of the Secretariat shall be a senior police officer of the rank of colonel and above or its equivalent. The executive director will be assisted by director for police service and director for plans and programs, and shall be a senior police officer of the rank of major and above or its equivalent. And the executive committee comprised of deputy heads of delegation attending the annual conference, meeting annually immediately before the conference, or the executive director of the ASEAN Pol Secretariat shall present a report of its activities, including amongst the others issues of financial performance, procurement of work supplies and services, and control and management of the contract to the executive committee. The executive committee shall be provided and summary report of the activities of the Secretariat shall be head of the delegation and the conference, and at the closing plenary session of the conference. And that's all, ma'am. Thank you.